sure y'all can hear me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you.
All right, everybody, we'll open it up for questions for Coach.
Coach, what's the message to the team at the end of the first quarter? I mean, only hitting one field goal. What do you tell them going into that second quarter? Because I mean, you guys were able to go on a 7-0 run there.
Yeah, well, we just didn't attack from the get-go. I felt like part of our game plan was to come in and kind of get a little bit of time off the clock each possession, but then it was to attack once we got into it. And I just felt like we were on our heels. I don't know if that kind of delayed us a little bit instead of us being the aggressors. And so therefore, we weren't in a great rhythm. I thought we defended pretty well and rebounded pretty well in the first 4 or 5 minutes. And then, of course, it got away from us, and particularly when they hit the three at the end of the first quarter to extend it. That's a big difference. There's a big difference in a 12-point game and a 15-point game or even a 9-point game, right? If we just do a couple of little things differently. But it really was just for them to attack. Like we could not be hesitant against them at all, and unfortunately we were.
I guess kind of piggybacking off of that, it seemed like you had moments of intensity where, you were getting some shots up, especially Vivian. I think, like Collier mentioned, in that second quarter. But I guess what caused kind of the drop offs, or just some of the lulls, I guess, if you will, in that intensity?
Well, I mean, I think when you can't get second chance opportunities, it takes the wind out of you a little bit because you have to be really spot on for your first shot and attempt at the basket. And we're playing, number 7 in the country who's very physical. They're very big. I mean, we're pretty much outmanned in each position. And so it was difficult to get in any type of offensive rhythm. The other part of that, I mean, to be quite honest, is if when Vivian picks up 2, we get her out, we put her back in, and picks up 3. So one of our main scoring threats is on the bench, and so of course it's a little bit difficult for us to get some good looks when we can't even run the offense through her. Not that our kids can't score it, but it's a lot easier when it has to go through her. She draws a lot of attention defensively.
And then just speaking of her too, it almost seems like it's another bittersweet milestone for her reaching, 2,000 career points despite the loss. I guess just talk about her and just the way that she was able to kind of make up for some things tonight and still lead you guys in scoring.
Well, there's never a question that Vivian's going to play as hard as she can play, and she plays hard on both ends. She rebounds the basketball and competes with them. She's having to guard, big post players for us a lot of the time, and so that does tend to get her in a little bit of foul trouble if they're aggressive with her early. But she finds the open player. She obviously can really score the basketball, but I think she's one of the best in the country at being a complete player on both ways. I mean, she's offensively and defensively really good.
Anything else?
I'll slip one in for the potential that we don't see before the Oklahoma State game. Krista, how much easier will it be for Vivian and Bren this time around against Oklahoma State, where they can just play basketball?
Yeah, well, I mean, I can only imagine. It was hard for me to go back in that building too and play there, just because I had been supporting the last 2 years, and they were very good to Bren, and so yeah, I think it was really difficult for them the first time to go back and play their old teammates, to play in front of fans that supported them, and so yeah, I think this time I don't know about easier. Oklahoma State's really good and they're playing really well, but I do think mentally and emotionally it'll be a little bit less stressful on them.
Anything else?
Then you guys did end the game on a 12-2 run. What do you hope to maybe take from that and build going into that game on Saturday?
Well, we talk all the time about, this year, this whole year is a process for us, and we really can't give up and wave the white flag no matter what the score is. I mean, we have to continue to try to get better. And I thought Deja Powell did a really good job of continuing to play and take advantage of some minutes. She had an opportunity to be in there late, and she did some good things. I thought that we did some better things in our point zone defense that we did not do early in the game. I thought we executed a little bit better offensively. So it's about just nose to the grind and never giving up and never surrendering. And I think that our kids have done a good job of that all year, and I'm really proud of them. And I'm disappointed in the outcome. I'm disappointed that we didn't give Baylor a better game and that we didn't compete better on the scoreboard. But I also know that these girls are giving me everything that they have, and they're trying really, really hard to just buy in and to represent Texas Tech the best that they can in a really difficult situation, I think.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, guys.